Hey everybody, welcome back to our Stoneface Reactions. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and we're here watching some Mobile Suit Gundam Seed.
Let me
Theta,
stop you
this is
right
your...
there. Let me stop you right there, Grip. Just so any confusion there, if you're watching this on YouTube or Patreon or whatever, you
Yeah.
are watching Gundam Seed. You are watching Gundam Seed. I know the overlay here is our overlay for Gundam Universal Century stuff. We have an overlay in the works. It's coming. You'll probably see it around, I don't know, episode 5, I imagine. We'll have it by then. But don't be confused. You are on the right video. This is for Gundam Seed. Now go ahead, Griff.
Alright, so Theta, this is your first time seeing or interacting with this series, right?
Well, I was hoping it was your first time too, but you don't share things with me as much as the audience might think.
Well, so I have seen this series before. I watched it, like, when it was airing on TV when I was, like, younger. This is, like, a while ago. And maybe I touched the first, like, 4 episodes, like, a year or two ago. So I have like a good concept of the show in my head, but I have not remembered a single detail. Like there's a couple of very specific things, like our antagonist, something at the very end which is hilarious to me, which I won't spoil because it's funny.
Cool. Griff has told us now that there's an antagonist to the show, and it has an ending.
That's right. Um, but the thing is,
I
Seed for
also
me,
appreciate that somehow you only watched the last 4 episodes a year ago, and yet know how it ends.
yeah, no, that it sucked to me.
You understand what I'm saying? Didn't watch the last episode a few years ago. I know how it ends.
All right, but I'm trying to get back on track after all that. Okay.
You gave me a
Uh,
logical fallacy, which is what I was trying to indicate.
Seed for me. I remember liking the show. I remember liking the message. Uh, and I remember hating the protagonist. So you remember how when we watched Double O, you were saying it's like you kind of understand what's being said, but you kind of dislike the protagonist.
You already told
That's gonna
me
be me this time around.
You already told me he's like a combo of Sanji and Setsuna.
Yeah, he is the combo character. Seed is to Double O.
Yeah, we already had this conversation. I said the character would be more interesting if Sanji and Setsuna were the same character. And you said, oh, they did that in Seed. And I said, did Seed come out before or after Double O? And we found out it came out before, which means that they saw Seed and decided this was better. And made
So
one uninteresting character, and then they made Sanji as well.
Setsuna is still a better version, I would say.
Look, we already have a
But
chat.
are you ready for Setsuna but Chrysalot?
We already have a chat that's full of hatred for Space Jesus, as they called him.
Oh gosh.
I just have no reference to any of that. What it means. Look, if he has facial emotes, right? Like if the muscles in his face move around, he'll already be better than Setsuna. Is all
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, okay,
saying.
as long as he's like taking Botox or anything, right?
Well, that's what I'm saying. If he shows any sort of emotion whatsoever, I don't care if
You are
it
gonna
is
get a lot of emotion out of him. I guarantee you that.
cool. I mean,
The show is all about his emotion.
cool. Well, I mean, I believe I have heard before that Seed is the answer to Gundam, and like the same way that Double O is the answer to Gundam Wing. That one is made to be better than the other one, or an improvement. But
Yeah,
Seed
yeah.
basically plays out the same beats of the original, the UC Gundam, but it's supposed to be better. I guess people argue, obviously, that it's not, but the idea being that that's there. So it's kind of funny that we're watching UC and Seed at the same time.
We're we're gonna get UC and the UC we have at home. So, no big spoilers on this. Not really much else to say. We're gonna be watching some Gundam. Theta, you got any like last questions you want to toss at me before we begin?
Well, I wish that there wasn't able to do so, Griff. I
Oh
wish
yeah.
that you hadn't seen this before. But
Again,
unless I go back
I'm
in time and kill Hitler, there's not a lot I can do.
that's true. We just can't manage to succeed at that yet. But until then,
Hitler's just too good at killing time travelers, as it turns out.
I know it's a specialty. Until then, though, we're gonna go ahead and watch. So, but before we do, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment down below to feed that algorithm. On top of all that, if you want more shows like this, unfiltered, uncensored, and uncut, as well as some really excellent stuff, you can go ahead and follow us over on the Patreon. It's just $5 a month, but no pressure. It's all support the challenge, just a little bit extra.
Click the link down below. Join the Discord. Let me know, do you think all the assassination attempts on Hitler were actually time travelers and not from his own cabinet, as we were led to believe in history class?
Oh yeah, watching this in sub, so I don't have to hear the original whiny dub voice I remember. I get to see brand new whiny dub voice.
Was this Operation Meteor?
Yeah, this very much feels like it.
Zodiac is all I got.
Zodiac
Alliance for the...
that's it.
For Terra? I don't know. I don't know what any.
I think for Terra, yeah. Love the drop animation they had for that though. That's actually very nice. Oh, early 3D. Yeah. Oh, spin it. Yeah.
I hate plants. They're green, disgusting, get everywhere.
They're gonna be everywhere here. You're never gonna escape the plants. Oh, never mind. They blew it up for you.
This is how Gundam 00 should have ended. They destroyed the solar elevator. Pretty cool mobile suits, though.
Oh yeah, I like that design. Oh, and we got Zoids here too.
Yeah, they're not as mobile as Zoids are. So you distracted me from a lot of information there, Griff. And you know my first impressions are the ones that set me onto am I going to take this seriously or not. So you may have ruined the entire show in a minute.
I will say, this intro is bopping. I love it. It's
I don't know.
Weird to consider this
I appreciate techno beat sometimes, or electronica, or whatever the hell this is, but
yeah,
it's not hooking me.
It's my vibe though. This is my jam. Which, as we've clarified before, my jam is nobody else's jam.
No. Oh, naked people in the opening. Great.
Yeah, we're going back to 00. We're gonna be in the naked people space.
And that was an Evangelion clip right there, where we just clipped to a bunch of words and people.
Well, what I think like also hooked me on this is like the intro has like the same kind of like action beat scenes as like the intro to Gundam Wing had.
But we got Ring Worlds, and I just saw a Haru.
Yeah, we're gonna have lots of those here.
Ring Worlds or Haru.
Well, maybe.
Hey, it's White Base. A reference we won't get yet for a couple of weeks. It's funny to say out loud. A reference we won't get yet for a couple of weeks. I just said something I don't understand. It's a side. Well, it's more than chronic, isn't it?
Good thing
That's
we
a state
live
of
in
emergency. No, they said South Africa.
Oh yeah, also, the bird!
Oh god, I'm already editing in the background.
As you will find out, his main power is in fact being really fast at coding.
Hey, I know you from Raw Zafon. What the fuck are you wearing?
Oh gosh, you're right. Actually, it's kind of a weird outfit.
I don't mean to tell you anything, girl, but you're getting into a train wreck for a little bit. Is that a Pokemon?
It's a Robo-Bird.
You better hard transition into a firefight. They're laying it all out really hard.
Yeah.
Sorry, are you in the Girl Scouts?
That's their uniform for Zaft.
Zaft is the other side, isn't it? We just saw Zaft attacking a planet, didn't we?
Yeah.
So his best friend's on the enemy side or something, right?
That's right. That's the one of the main conflicts.
Which I guess I wouldn't have known unless you told me that's what the uniform was. There's something weird going on with the animation.
It's like a weird... Oh, gosh, actually, yeah, it's aged like 10 years. What happened?
It's like your animator covered his pens with Vaseline. Oh, never mind. It's better again.
Okay, he cleaned it up.
God, I'm so glad that our neutral nation has a massive military, apparently. Oh, it must be a lunch break.
Yeah. No, they're all just disembarking.
So assuming that everything is happening at the same time, that means Zaft just attacked Earth. Which means that these people don't know they're at war yet. Which I guess means that Zaft also didn't send a declaration of war. Because their government should be alerting them that they're now at war.
Like this?
What the hell? I think I've seen that before. Was that Tron? The bad guy, by the way. I know the antagonist.
He's Char the White.
Paper cut right across the face. When I was having the art made for the overlay, I did think, first thought, God, these uniforms look like ass. I'm less surprised to know that the main character dresses like this, to know where it all comes from.
In space, we develop no fashion sense.
No, in space we need a bunch of ribbons to hold our shirt together. And just in case you're watching this in the future, yes, I am going to rewatch this without Griffin, so that I get not distracted.
Can you guess who this is?
The mom? I don't know, she's giving me Raw Zaphon vibes for some reason. Oh, Tesla's making a comeback.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Space Tesla.
Wait, did the bird just go with the girls?
Yes. It's one of their birds.
So why was it hanging out with Yamato?
Foreshadowing.
Was she the president? You didn't actually... You presented Guess Who This Is, and then given answers.
You're gonna find out, I assure you, within the next 10 minutes.
Let's say that. She's the first... She's a Gundam pilot.
I'll tell you ship. She's involved with ships.
That's a police state. Pick what era of anime you're from, please. I feel like it doesn't play as hard on the overlay here as on the giant screen that I'm watching it on.
Secret mission. Oh, there he is. You saw the hair, right?
No. I don't know what you're looking for. I saw a bunch of guys floating in space and one giving hand signs. I didn't on the lookout for shit, Griff. You gotta prompt me better. This is first watching. All I'm getting is the broad strokes of what's going on. Also, why are you, like, hanging out with... How old are these like, 14? 15?
They're all pretty teenagery.
Because that dude looks like he's dressed like a 30-year-old man. But he's hanging out with 14-year-old kids, it looks like.
He's got nerd clothing on, that's what.
But she's dressed half punk, half librarian. I can't tell what's going on. Fashion-wise. Oh, cool. We get mid-rolls, too.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this Evanescence tune. They're already here. Yeah, nobody else needs to know. Also, the layout of their ships look like dolems from Ra-Xaphon.
As you can see, they have actually allied with the Mu.
I think they must have come out around the same year. The animation kind of looks similar.
It might have.
That looks like a Zaku with a gun in his face. Oh man, maybe not so much from the bottom up.
And inside is another Zaku. Aired 2002.
Yeah, well, when did Ra-Xaphon come out?
Don't remember.
You literally looked one up, but can't look the other one up.
Ra-Xaphon Winter 2002.
So I was right.
Yeah, literally contemporaneous.
Contemporaneous.
Yeah, contemporaneous.
Contemporaries, as some would say.
Yeah, so the act of being contemporaries is to be contemporaneous.
Sure. It also seems weird to have one of those floor traction things when you're floating around in Zero-G.
It's kind of a staple in Gundam stuff. The tracks that like help you navigate Zero-G.
Usually those are on the walls and you hold on to them. This is like floor oriented.
Well, it could be a wall if you turn 90
literally
degrees.
had buckles across the chest. The fuck is going on? To be fair, my biggest gripe with this show has been fashion, so
yeah,
I think we're good. Can't wait for everyone to get sucked out into space. Before you continued.
Oh, it's good they have the Outlaw Star with them.
No, that's red. I have different bits coming off of it. I'm sorry. Are we flying down the Death Star trench? What the hell's that? On our way to the reactor. Alright, I'm looking at all the hair colors, and all I see is ribbons in the back. What am I looking for, Griff?
This guy.
That's not even a guy. What are you talking about? Is that the sunglasses woman from earlier? Is that the same hair color?
You'll find out. It's the kicker. Pretty sure it is anyway.
I can't wait for you to remember all the wrong series. Oh shit, I was talking about Hathaway. Or whatever the jazz rock thing you've talked about before. Okay, yeah, maybe that is the Outlaw Star. Seeing it from this perspective looks different.
All it needs is a couple arms on the front of it.
Well, it actually needs to lose the giant tube things, and it would be.
I guess the Outlaw Star is sleeker.
Yeah. I'm so confused that they keep calling this woman Lieutenant, and it looks like she's wearing... I don't know, like she's been cleaning a sewer. Not, like, in the military.
Yeah, she's wearing like a maintenance jacket.
Yeah. Literally, she's the girl from the train in the first episode of Razafon, and she's now caught in a second emergency.
It just never ends for her, huh?
Okay, this blonde person has more main character energy than this person we've been following.
I know, running into the smoke is a bad idea no matter where you are.
And yet it's the hero mentality.
Yeah. Oh, they have like little deployable legs on those Jeeps. That's actually really cool.
I guess it also gets me that at any point you could just aim up and you'll also be shooting at something.
Any direction and you will hit something in here.
Also, they blew giant holes in the outside of this thing. How are people not passing out due to loss of oxygen?
I'm not sure they ever quite address it.
I mean, granted, you wouldn't be sucked into space because the suction would be right where the explosion is. But you should be losing air heavily. So what, they lost their hat? I don't get it. What?
Apparently he was confused.
That's how I tell, right? Right? When you take your hat off, oh, it's a girl.
Well, cats are highly concealing.
The defining features of a girl can be hidden under a hat. Not... What the fuck? Fashion, man. Fashion. I at least appreciate that they're making the fighting look serious.
Yeah, they're throwing grenades, people are dying, stuff's blowing up, this is good.
Yeah, there were bodies all over the ground where the tanks were firing their missiles at the mobile suits. They've shown to be a serious threat.
Oh, those guys are dead.
Not all of them. Don't make a move. Their guns are based on movement.
Main character is about to get shot.
Well, it means they've also got no ability to recognize civilian from enemy military units. How many people are dead just because they were crying, running away from the fight? Also, nerve link?
Apparently.
So a little bit of this is inspiring Iron-Blooded Orphans, I guess.
Oh, super typing speed.
To be fair, until this guy talked, I would have thought he was a woman. So maybe the hat thing was true. We are in that era of animation style. Everyone has the same rounded face and giant eyeballs.
So I want to say, first episode, bad guys win, steal 4 Gundams. It's over.
Well, as we've learned from Gundam 00, the amount of Gundams in operation doesn't mean anything.
It's like the power of ninjutsu, huh? The fewer ninjas you have, the more powerful they are.
Okay, sexism for the win, I guess.
Yeah.
Conversely, they open the door. Why don't you just both rush in? There's room in there for 2 people.
Yeah, it definitely was.
Also, I didn't see a camera on that thing. You couldn't fucking say anything. But I'm carrying a baby! No.
Yeah.
Also,
yes, she runs out of pursuit.
oh, that kid I just shot at a second ago.
Yeah, sidearm.
Please ignore me.
Everyone there is dead.
Quick, you're about the right age. Operate this gun.
He just leaps and he takes it. Doesn't stick the landing though. Yeah.
I will say at the very least I thought she was going to be important. On the second hand, I do not appreciate this colored rotoscoping thing going on.
It's all to drive home the
Fact that we're all
The
radioactive.
yeah.
That's my friend when I grew up? Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah, it is.
Is that what
See,
you're talking about, the
hat was
hair?
disguised.
To be fair, I've already said I can't make out people from inside helmets. This is already a trope for our show. Couldn't have picked up a gun from all the dead people around you?
As you'll find, our main character does not like fighting.
No, not him. Was it Arthur? Athor? Athor? Was that it?
I think Athor, yeah.
Yeah, Athor pulled out a knife when they ran out of bullets. You've shot enough people that were shooting at you. They had to have guns. Just picked up one of theirs.
Given the whole place is exploding, he didn't have a lot of time.
Well, he did. He only backed away when she pulled the gun on him. I mean, the overall, I like that. That was cool. That was, hey, we've done a Pearl Harbor on Earth, so let's just go all in. Because clearly they've done a surprise attack and they did not signify the declaration of war beforehand. Which,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a thing. But they've shown that the fighting is bad. A lot of people are dying all over the place. And they've also shown a distinct unawareness of their own civilians versus combatants. Because literally somebody cried out, and I about shot a civilian, which is a war crime. So...
Well, as you'll find out, there's no one who's going to be able to try them very soon.
Well, I mean, my point being is that was just dumb. That was just a dumb move. You animated that for some reason to tell me something.
That they are reacting to anything they hear.
何の疑いもなく信じていた日常は一瞬のうちに崩れ去った。炎に包まれる見慣れた大地。立ち上がる白い巨体。重火に再会したキラとアスランは何を思うのか。次回機動戦士ガンダムシード。その名はガンダム。戦火の大地に蘇れガンダム。
To be fair, the good guys always wear the blue and white outfits. I mean, Gundams, and the bad guys apparently are always red and gold or whatever. Anyway.
Yeah, we got them color-coded for your convenience.
Anyway, they animated it for some reason. But anyway, I appreciate that the stakes are high. I just feel like the appearance of the attitude of something about the kids. Something about the kids I just can't take seriously, and it makes the seriousness of everything else hard to take in.
They are like very 90s to thousands cartoon kids, right? That's the vibe you're getting, right?
Well, I
that's
mean,
how I would describe it.
I would say, like, you saw Hackers, right?
A little bit.
I mean, like, you took those kids and hackers and then threw them into a war zone. They would feel off and out of place, especially if they kept their attitudes and the way they act in hackers in the war zone. I'm not saying that they did that. They acted...
I bet I could break into the Gundam Pentagon first.
No, I mean, they acted in their own self-interest here when the fighting starts and everything like that. It just...
Yeah.
I don't know. It's so weird. Maybe it's a product of the age. Like, I can't
It's a
get
clash
past...
between the two different things that they want to have go on. One is the Gundam stuff, where you have war and violence and things going on, and then you want the part where the kids will connect and where like all the drama is going to be contained.
Well, I mean, seriously. Beyond the distraction that you provide from just making fun, mocking the farts that you remember, the fashion senses and shit just threw me off completely. Like, the dude has like part of a shirt here and part of a shirt here connected by threads, and it's everywhere. And I'm granted, he'll probably put into a military uniform at some point. And apparently, as you've indicated, the Girl Scouts on the Zaft side aren't helping the seriousness either. Like, I looked at when I was giving the artist information to work off of here, I saw our antagonist, and I saw the military uniform of our main character, and I was like, God, this looks so stupid. That's why I'm not terribly bothered by the Phantom of the Opera effect I'm going to have be going on in the overlay, because it's like, that kind of elevates the idiocy of what I'm looking for here. But, I mean, I'm not only so far. We are going to reach the 1976 version of Gundam at some point, and the styles and sensibilities are going to revert pretty hard from Mobile Suit Gundam The Origin. So
you're going to have some whiplash there, that's for
sure.
sure.
Just anticipate a lot of flowing back and forth until eventually we might get to a show a lot like this one. But again, there's a lot to like there. I was super distracted by your jokes, and obviously I played into it because it's fun to have fun. But I am going to end up watching this again solo before the next time we watch it. So that
go ahead, get all the details.
Yeah, so I can take my notes, see what I can read into, try to take it seriously. But yeah, I mean, it's still generally first reactions are what we're here for, and those are my thoughts in the moment. Anything I said that was not a response to Griff's jokes or a joke made directly to Griff was my serious thought in the moment.
Yeah.
Again,
and as someone who has seen this episode like 3 or 4 times at this point, this is a great sell to the series right here. This immediately puts the action up. I'm excited to see what happens. I want to know why people are doing this, and we have like a absolutely soap opera moment of just like, my friend is on the other side of the people who are trying to kill me, and I see him for 1 second before he gets shot at. Now I'm associated with violence towards him.
Well, evidently,
and that's like the start of like every single problem he has in that drama from like for the rest of the series here.
Well, don't tell me stuff, Griff.
It's the main conflict. You're not missing.
Well, for one thing, that was shown in the beginning of the episode, and you told me before we saw who it was. You know, like, you point out, look, you see the hair? What did the hair tell you? I'm like, I don't fucking know. The only person with hair is bright green. Is that ribbons? Is he crossing universes? I don't know what's going on.
Oh yeah, they recycle ribbons for later. He just goes to another.
Why not? Graham got from the Iron-Blooded Orphans over to 00. It's it's that Star Trek thing of the first episode always shows somebody from a different episode. Deep Space Nine had Picard and company in it. First Space TNG had Bones in it. The only one that didn't do it is TOS because it had nobody else. But
it wouldn't even be the style at the time there, right?
My point being, though, is don't share shit with me. Because that, I mean, God, unless it's like something I should already know, like it happened in an episode previously.
I promise to try not to point out more than just the obvious that will be direct text people tell you. And I guarantee you, they are going to tell you about this.
Well, I mean, like when we saw the kid in the flashback, I wouldn't have known that was a Zaft military uniform because I only just got introduced to the concept that Zaft is a thing. So I wouldn't have been able to say, oh, so he's on the other side of the conflict without your input there. So that's a prime example of don't tell me stuff like that until after the fact. Like,
gotcha.
That's the guy from the flashback. You know, something like that. That's fine because that's already happened. I'm an idiot for not seeing it. So you'll get plenty of you're an idiot. You should have seen this moment. I'm giving you free reign to tell me what I missed. Just let me miss it first. That's, I guess, for the commenters too. That's for the commenters too. Let me miss it first before you point it out. Then you can tell me how dumb I am.
So yeah, I'm definitely going to try keeping track of that, because I'm sure my memory's going to just get refreshed as I keep watching all of this. But I'm glad we had a great first watch of this. I'm even re-excited, despite the fact I'm probably going to be giggling at this show a whole lot given this first reaction.
I'm going to have to watch them twice, 2-3 times, like I normally do. Just this time, I'm just going to have to discount the first watch, because it's just going to be Mystery Science Theater 3000 does Gundam Seed.
Oh man, I would actually love to watch that. But before we talk about our other reactors, let's go ahead and wrap up for the day. This has been Stone Face Reactions, everybody. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and we will catch you next time. See you around. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone Face Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below, and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?